What it do, what it is, what it ain't. Thanks for listening to the latest episode of the Get Right Podcast. Don't forget to follow and subscribe on Apple Podcasts and Spotify to get notifications of new content. And don't forget to follow us on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, you dig? Cue the music.
Yo, what it do, what it is, what it ain't. It's your boy T. It's the Get Right Podcast, man. We back, man. And as we said, we're gonna have some more guests pulling up, man. But right now, I'm never rolling solo. I got my dogs with me. The Brain Trust, the editor in chief now. He got another title now, man. Rod, what's some 3 words, bro?
What up, though?
Yes, sir. And the people that love that hate the love. He gonna say something to piss somebody off sometime. DC, what's good, bro?
I don't know why somebody would be pissed off, bro. I mean, unless they pissed off at the truth. You know what I'm saying? Because all I do is spit these facts, bro. So, there is no misconception, man. Ain't nothing to misconceive, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm just out here spitting, bro. And sometimes, that truth, I don't know if I heard dog gonna holler, man. You know what I'm saying? So if you howling, that ain't on me. There we go.
There it is, man. There it is, bro. And like I said, man, we gonna be pulling up with some guests. What's up, Rod?
Nah, I'm gonna holler at him after this show end, cause yeah, I got a word. After this.
The look on your face, bro, says it all, man. But like I said, we got a guest, man. We got some company pulling up, man. Man, this dude, I actually, again, 6 degrees of separation, man. Living in Europe, right? You stay connected with so many people across the world, man. I went to school with this gentleman, man. He was behind me. I was trying to be the big dog behind Chris Miller, who joined us from Adidas. This gentleman, followed us and watched us. And he reached out and had a story to tell, man, which was real in depth. And, as black men, we should talk about these things too. But I got the homie Zack Gamble, joining the show,
what
man.
up?
What's good, bro? How you feeling?
I'm good. What's up with y'all, man?
Yeah,
Good to
bro.
be here. I'm glad to be here to talk to y'all.
All day. So let the people
you've
know.
been keeping up with your boy for a minute. I've been always been keeping up with you. He was always one of the ones above me. Kind of stuck out to me, stayed to me. So I always check up with you.
Appreciate it, bro. I was just trying, bro. That's all I was trying to do every day, G.
Yeah.
So man, yeah, bro. We got listeners, man. So like, tell the people, man. What's your name? Where you from, bro? Where you at?
What's up, man? My name is Philip Gamble. Is my real my name, but I go by Zack. Most people from Heidelberg, they all know me by Zack. I'm from Georgia. Grew up in the South. Moved to Heidelberg. 1998. Kicked it there for a minute. I was there for a while. 2006. I ain't leave there till 2006. And just kind of been floating through this thing we call life for a long time. Dealing with a lot of things in my own way. Now I'm just back in Atlanta again. I just moved back from LA. I was in LA for the last year and like 3 months. Got back to Atlanta like 3 months ago. Just coming back here, about to start school again. Start over again. You know what I mean?
For sure, bro. And we talked about that, bro, when you hit me up, man, about starting over, about overcoming, taking that road to recovery, bro. And I'm gonna give you this space to talk about it, bro, to chop it up, man. Like, one of the things you hit on, man, when we had this conversation, bro, was mental health, bro. Being a black man, dealing with mental health, and how to what things that triggered you that had you spiral out, bro. So I'm gonna give you your space to kind of share that, bro. Like, what type of spiraling did you do, and how did that mental health, play a part in that, bro?
Well, I'm saying, bro, growing up, I mean, I'm multiracial, you know what I'm saying? But growing up with a black father in a black community, bro, you don't have things something you really talk about as men, you know what I'm saying? So even as a kid, I had issues, you know what I'm saying? But everything went unchecked because nobody wanted to deal with that, you know what I mean? So really, I didn't think about it or use it or think I had something going on because I just chopped it up as it was normal almost. You know what I mean? The things that was going on in my head, even as a teenager, even in high school. It was one of them things where, like a duck, it's calm. When you see a duck on a pond, it's calm. You know what I mean? When it's swimming, it ain't look like it's moving. But when you look up under the water, them little feet just going. It was like that. But I really didn't address my mental health till like 2019. When I got out of prison. Because that's really when I knew I had something was not right when I was in prison. You know what I'm saying? Because it was just like the way I thought, the way I analyzed things, the way I interacted with people, the type of things that was going through my head on a daily basis, especially like that when you got so much time to get yourself in your head. Sometimes that shit get scary. I mean, you be scared. I be scared. I scare myself sometimes with things I be thinking. You know what I mean? So that's when I really started to try to see like what was going on. Got programs when I was in prison and I got out. I got some help from the county and some aid, and boom, I got to this program and started getting counseling and medicine and really started to learn what's really going on. You know what I'm saying? Instead of just sweeping everything under the rug, like really address and talk about what it is, because like you're not used to that, especially me. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Talking about it. You know what I mean? Like what? So that was new for me, but it didn't click because my life was, even when then, I was sober then, you know what I'm saying? Like I was clean, because I had to be, you know what I mean? Like Fulton County was gonna put me back in prison, and I was just like, look, I'm good,
Man, what led to the incarceration?
Oh man, so it's a long list, like in 2012, I graduated culinary school in 2009, 2010. Right, I graduated from Port on Blue, and I was a full blown heroin addict at that time. You know what I mean? Like I was down to 160 pounds. You know what I mean? It was one of the things where in Heidelberg I was big Zack. I was 320 pounds in
Yes, you was,
Heidelberg.
bro.
I was big boy. You know what I'm saying? And people was seeing me, and I was like, "What's going on?" Like, but everything was good. Like I was paying my bills. I was going to school. I had my spot. You know what I mean? I had my son. Looking from the outside in, you're like, "Oh, he he's chilling. He just changed his life and lost some weight." You know what I mean? But really, I was $700 a day a habit. You know what I mean? I was going in because I got a bunch of money from student loans, and I was working. My baby mom was working, and I was just wilding. And I couldn't believe I graduated culinary school. This shit blew my mind. I made it through that. You know what I mean? But
Well, you
I
think it was
thought I
like
was
one of
gonna
those
be
things that
this.
was kind of under wraps from the public?
Yeah, I mean, internally, like my aunt Jill, she my rock. She like my mom. She the one who kind of stepped in when my mom passed. She probably was one of the only people that really knew like how bad I really was. You know what I'm saying? On the drugs.
So even
You
your
know what I'm
lady
saying?
didn't
Like,
know.
huh?
So even your lady didn't know.
Oh, baby mama was right there with me. She was next to
Oh,
me. Yeah. Baby mama was
okay.
with it. She was, she
Yeah.
started it. She the first one to put the needle in my arm. Crazy self. You know what I'm saying?
Damn.
So, she was. I was in love with this woman. You know what I'm saying? I was young. I knew her in Germany. She was in Stuttgart. You know what I'm saying? She was right up the road in Stuttgart. You know what I mean? And we ran back in each other, and I fell in love. And she had my nose wide open. I had my son, and I was still young. And, I ain't know no better. You know what I'm saying? And she really messed. She messed my head up. For 8 years, that girl drugged me, bro. I mean, some of the things she did to me, bro, people would be like, "Why are you staying with her? What's going on?" I don't know, bro. She's the mother of my kid. I was young. I was stupid. You know what I mean? Like, I ain't have nobody guide me. My brother was gone. You know what I'm saying? Me and my pops was not vibing, so I didn't have that. You know what I mean? Like, my mom was gone. My family didn't mess with me. You know what I'm saying? And nobody that I grew up with, I couldn't really let this be known what I'm going through because everybody seen me as a certain thing. You know what I mean? I couldn't be no,
It's like
heroin
judgment
addict. What?
almost. You know what I'm saying? It's like it's almost
Yeah,
like
you know what I mean?
because
Like
I know, and I'm just trying to put myself in that mentality. Like it's
yeah,
almost like you don't want nobody judging you or looking
and
down
and
on
you
you.
looking and I'm looking and everybody. I don't go to high school. These folks is getting married. They going to careers. They doing this. They doing
Yeah.
this. And I'm going the complete opposite direction. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'm going to rip. So I had to keep the two separate for a long time. You know what I mean? Like I had to be one person for a whole group of people, and then I was who I was every day. It caused a lot of confusion and a lot of lies, bro. And I hurt a lot of people. I ain't gonna lie, bro. I fucked a lot of people over. You know my language. I messed a lot of
It's
people
good.
over. Heidelberg, bro. I ain't even gonna lie. I can't sit here and lie like that, you know.
Man.
I owe some amends to some of them boys, you know what I'm saying? But at the time, what I was going through, what I was dealing with on a daily basis, it wasn't, you know, I didn't care, you know what I mean? And in the prison, like when I graduated culinary school, I'm thinking, I'm about to go be a chef. And, you know, at the time, you know, the Food Network was going crazy and Anthony Bourdain and all this stuff was going
Yeah.
on, be a rock star, you know, all this crazy. But I had already been in the food industry and I was naive. And I'm like, oh, you gotta work your way up, you know? So I
Right.
jump in and I really loved it, but I wasn't making enough money for my habit, you know? Like, I can't be dope sick in a fine dining restaurant, 5-star restaurant, trying to go through a 320 cover night, dope sick. You know, my chef ain't gonna try to hear. He's not trying to hear what's wrong. You know what I mean? I'm
Right.
gonna get a plate thrown at me. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
I'm not trying to, you know. So I had to do other things outside of work to start earning more money and more money. So, you know, I started doing stupid things, robbing and, you know, scamming and middlemen. And then I, you know, hooked up with a couple people and learned some things about alarm systems and burglaries and all these gold and jewelry and diamonds and blue collar crime. And it was like, okay, well, I'm gonna go this route, you know. And I ended up running into the right people and learning a lot of good stuff. And for about 2 years, bro, I went ham. I tore Atlanta up. You know, you couldn't. Buckhead, Virginia Highlands, Piedmont, it didn't matter, bro.
Yeah.
If you had something, I was gonna get it. You know what I mean? And I just quit. I quit cooking. I quit everything. I went straight to the streets, and what it was for a while. You know what I mean? Like, and my habit got worse. I got worse. And folks finally caught me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How long were you gone, bro?
Shout out to John Williams, bro, for real, because that's my boy.
Yeah.
You know, I was on the run. I was on the run for a minute, like 6 months. And I needed somewhere to go, bro. I got to go. I got to get out of here. I got to get out of Atlanta. Them folks was following me. It was wild. You know, like I thought I was really in some first 48 stuff, bro. The way they was messing with me, bro. I was like, well, I'm just burglarizing houses. Why is y'all messing with me like this? But I didn't realize whose houses these big old houses I'm robbing. I didn't realize like who houses I'm robbing. You know what I'm saying? Like that never crossed my mind. Like never thought about who houses I'm stepping in. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
and
Was anybody
after a
ever
while,
home whenever
huh?
was anybody ever home?
No, see the way it works is when it comes to home invasions and burglaries and robberies and stuff like that, certain periods of the day they violent crime, certain periods of the day they non-violent crime. So from 7 a.m. until 4 p.m., if you do a burglary in a home, it is looked at as a non-violent crime because the majority of people are going to be at
At work.
school or at work.
Yeah.
So you went into that situation not trying to harm anybody, thinking no one was home. You know what I'm saying? After that, they look at it as a violent crime because the majority of people gonna be home 4 p.m. You got kids coming home from school, you got people getting off work, anything like that. At nighttime, you know, they're gonna look at it as you went into the home knowing somebody was there and willing to hurt somebody to get something.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know what I mean? Like, over the years, I don't, but I never, hurting people like that ain't my thing. You know what I'm saying? So it was like I was a cat burglar. Like I tell people, I was a Pink Panther. You know, you couldn't tell me nothing, bro. Like, I really dove into that, bro. Man, it was wild how deep I got into it. You know what I mean? And like when they finally caught me, it was my fault. You know what I mean? Like it really wouldn't have been for the drugs, bro. I wouldn't have never got caught. You know what I mean? But I was so shot out, bro. I got messy. I got sloppy. I ended up getting desperate. You know what I mean? Like I said, when they could have really stopped me 6-7 months before they really caught me, but I got lucky. I really just got lucky.
That's crazy.
And they
So
had to
that
let me
boy
go that day.
led you
Huh?
down that path, and then you came pretty proficient in that path. But then that boy is the same thing that got you caught up.
Yeah.
That's
You know what
wild.
I'm saying?
It's a sign, bro.
exactly. It was
That's a
a vicious
sign, bro.
cycle. You know what I'm saying? Like
It's a sign,
Yeah.
man. So like, how
it was
long were you
like
gone, bro? How long were you gone?
that time I almost did 3 years. You know what I mean? I sat in county on 17 months fighting that. Cause them folks, this is my first time ever getting in trouble. You know, by
Mm.
now I'm 25. You know,
Hmm.
I've been an addict since I was 14. You know what I mean? But I ain't never got caught up in that, and I was always able to work, buy my drugs, pay my bills, and be chill. And now I done switched into something completely different. You know what I mean? Now I done switched over to being a criminal. You know what I mean? You know, I was them folks tried to give me 20 years at first. You know what I mean? I was like,
Woo.
no, I'm not taking that. You know, I've never been in trouble in my life. You know,
Mm.
I got a degree. I got a degree. I'm not. You
They
know,
want you to
if you
plea out
looked
to
at
20?
looked at, huh?
They wanted you to plea out to 20?
Yeah, that was their first deal. You know, that's how the state works. That's how it works.
Okay.
First thing, you know, it was a 20 do 10. So it was like 20 years, but you're gonna do 10 incarcerated, and then another 10 you're gonna be on paper. You know what I mean?
Mm.
But that's how they work. You gotta be patient, especially if you got a state appointed attorney. You can't don't jump the gun because they already work. They work for the DA, so you
Right.
always gotta remember that. You know, they
Yeah.
say they work for you, but they work for the state at the end of the day. So they, uh,
Mm.
yeah. So, but if you looked at me on paper, it's like, dang, why is this kid doing this? He shouldn't be acting like this. You know what I mean? Like, why is he here? You know, I had nothing in my background to show me being like this. So by me being a little patient, I actually ended up like wiggling out of a lot of time, but I screwed myself because I took a lot of time on paper. You know what I mean? Like, so
Mm.
I ended up taking a 20 do 2, no time, no credit for time served. So the 17 months that I just did in county didn't count. They weren't gonna count that time. So
Mm.
I had to do the whole 2 that they just gave me. But you know, I took 18 years on paper after the 2. So
Damn.
you know, honestly, I remember when I took that deal, I went back into the cell in the back, and I was telling some of the cats what I took, man. I'm broke, looking at me, I was stupid as hell. Now, bro, why you just take that? Boy, I only got to do 2 years, bro. You know, at least try to get the credit for time served for the 17 months. You paroling out as soon as you go back to the county. You already
Yeah.
17 months in on a 2-year sentence. They would let you go. Why you take that? And my lawyer said it was the best you could do. You know, I ain't know no better. So boom, I left. I went and did 14 months on them 2 years, and then they sent me this stupid boot camp thing, man. Just marching, and it was crazy, you know, yelling at you and
Yeah.
4 in the morning and in your face, you know, making it was wild, you know. Like, but it's prison, so it was, you know, I don't gang bang, I don't, you know, you know, so it's different. You know, it's politics. You got a way to move, and I didn't know nothing about this. You know, all you know about it, what you hear in movies and what
Yeah.
people talk about. But you better learn quick. You know what I'm saying?
Man, that got me
You better
thinking
learn
about
Mm.
something.
quick.
So maybe like 2 pods ago, I had shared a story, something I saw like on Instagram or something, where a dude he went in to and met his celly, and his celly's face was all beat up, you know, black and whatnot, and he's like, oh man, they got me either with a rat or a pedophile or something, you know what I'm saying? So he's like, yo, show me your paperwork. Dude wasn't a rat, wasn't messing with kids or nothing. He's like, yo, why you look like that? And dude said, I never been to prison before. I'm here for like Grand Theft Auto or something. And when I walked in, my celly said I had to sit down and pee. And I thought he was joking. So in the middle of the night, I got up, peed, of course, standing up. And he said he bashed his face into the wall. Like, I told you, you know, sit down and pee. And that's why his face is all messed up. And I was like, yo, man, God, dog. But like, is there any validity to that?
All right, look, man. This is how rocking it, bro. You got the YNs and you got the old heads, bro. You
Yeah.
got you got you got inmates and you got prisoners. You know what I'm saying? It's
Mm-hmm.
2 different things. You know what I'm saying? You got people that know how to do time and people that don't know how to do time. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And you're gonna have to pick which route you're gonna take. And it do be like that. I ain't gonna say. I'm gonna say it like this. With that situation right there, bro did right. I'm not gonna sit down and pee, bro. You got me messed up, bro. I'm a grown man. What you mean, sit down and pee? Yeah, you gonna have to bash my head in, and then after that, we going at it every time now, because now you done snuck me, man. I'm saying here peeing, you done bash my head in, bro.
Yeah.
So he did right by not sitting down, but it's one of the things that you know, can't never have you gotta remember who behind you. Always gotta have your head on a swivel, bro, because everybody, you know what I mean? It's they all nasty people in there, bro. I don't care what they're in there for. You know what I mean? They all willing to do something, you know what I'm saying? But it do be like that, bro. It do, people be trying.
Man.
The gang, what messed it all up is the gang stuff, you know what I mean? They just like pack animals, you know what I'm saying? So it's like,
Yeah.
You been pushed that direction,
these
bro?
young kids, they go in there and they ain't got no choice if they want to live. So it's like, for me, it was. I have to say it like this: I played in my streets because number one, I'm a chameleon, bro. I done been everywhere. You know what I'm saying? You can't put me in no environment or no situation where I won't fit in some kind of way. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna figure out a way to just not be noticed to fit in. You know what I'm saying? I tell people all the time, I'm one of them people. I'm nowhere, but I'm everywhere. I done been everywhere. I done been around big dog selling dope. I done been down with the crackheads in the trap house. But you just never notice me. You know what I'm saying? Because I blend in so well. You know what I mean? No matter where I go, because I just try not to be too much. You know what I'm saying? Because you got to be like that out here, especially with the way I grew up, especially in my life, bro. I done moved around so much, and I had to be such a different person so many times. It's just like it's natural to me. So when I went in there, it was like, okay, what I'm gonna do? Well, no, I'm not trying to wolf. I'm not trying to fight, get stabbed. Even though I did get stabbed in there, I'm not trying to do that. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to, bro. I'm trying to get back to my dope. That was all
Right.
I was thinking about. I gotta get back to the dope. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Man.
so,
So the dope
you
was
know,
the motivation, not the. You said you had a kid too, right?
yeah, I had a man. Listen, I love my son. Shout out Cameron Jones. That's my son. I love him to death. He's 17. But me and him got a weird relationship. I didn't raise him. You know what I'm saying? I didn't want a kid. My baby mama put that on me. She, like I say, she was. We ain't even gonna get into how he was conceived because to put it in. I pretty much was date rape. You know what I'm saying? When it comes to my son being conceived, you know what I mean? But me and my son, his grandma raised him, and getting out of prison, it was nothing to do with family or get my life right or get back to my
You just
kid.
wanted to get back
I
to
had
the
to get back to the
drugs, bro.
streets. I had to get back to this dope. I had to get back to this needle.
Man.
Nothing else. I ain't care about nothing else.
So let me ask you this, bro. And not this Rod on the show. You know Rod. You know Dominique, bro. Aaron, like he contacted me, right? And this is where I started following you, and we reconnected on social media, bro. Obviously, you went through all of that, and you ended up being homeless, G.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like when was a point to what this Rod asking you, bro, where you knew like, okay, man, this shit ain't right. Like I gotta figure it out. Was it in that moment, bro? Because I know you. No.
2019, bro. It wasn't until 2019 when I got out in 2019.
Mm-hmm. So that was so you was already homeless and you ended up going back in.
Yeah, in 2017, going into 18. Love of my life, may she rest in peace, Kelly. Me and her, I met that girl when I got out of prison the first time, and I was in a real dark place because
Right.
nobody wanted to deal with me no more. You know what I'm saying? Like, everybody cut me off. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I was alone, bro. But I figured it out, and I met her, bro, and she was my Bonnie. That was my Bonnie, bro. She was down for everyone. I love that woman. I miss her. I think about her every day. But when I went back, and she went to prison with me that time too, it was different that time because I was living in a tent, bro. Me and her was living in a tent in the woods. Man, she was selling pussy to keep our habit, going. And I was like, it was bad, bro. Bad. So bad. The things that we was getting caught up in, bro, and situations I was getting caught up in. That's when it got dark. That's when like I become something else. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And when I went in that time, bro, I can't do this no more. I look like, felt like crap. I look like crap, and that's the first time like my conscience really started. I felt guilty for a lot of stuff I was doing.
Yeah.
Before I didn't care. Now I'm like, you know what I'm saying?
Hey.
So I went in that time and I was just chilling. You know, I had to go back to prison again, but this time I was chilling. I ain't getting I wasn't at the gambling table. I just chilled, bro. I did my time. I kept my head down. I didn't do nothing. Because that was the first time. That's why I was always getting into it. Because I like to gamble. I'd be over there gambling, playing poker, and running my mouth. And, you know, nobody like losing money to the light skinned dude. I hate to say it, but they don't. Nobody want. They don't want
You
to.
ain't lying.
They hate it.
You ain't lying, bro.
My last name Gamble, so my last name Gamble, so I used to talk good shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, bro. Y'all really want to come over here and play with me? Y'all gonna lose all y'all money to me now. You know, and they
She
would,
goes to
and they
bars
hate
out
it.
here in the yard.
Yeah, they hate it. But everybody messed with me. That was the thing. Everybody left, and my nickname was White Boy Red, so everybody left me alone. You know what I mean? Because it was like, oh, White Boy Red, cool, he cool. You know what I'm saying? Leave him alone. I mean, he don't bother nobody.
Yeah.
So, you know what I mean? But the second time I went in, I was just chilling. You know, I was older, and it's crazy because it was wild. You know, and when you get locked up, you got nephew, and you got uncle, and you got pops, and you got grandpa. These are the labels they give to you as you hit ages. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I went in this time, and these folks calling me uncle. You know what I mean? I'm like, what? Uncle? Bro, hold up, calm down, bro. Ain't nobody that old. You know what I'm saying? Like, but now I'm a seasoned, inmate. I'm known. The county, the sheriffs know me in the county. Damn, Gamble, what you done did this time? Because I done came in so many times. Like, folk know me now. And it's like, they sent me to the same camp that I went to last time. So I hit the compound and, oh, what's up, white boys? It was like a reality check. Like, bro, what?
Yeah, you really live there. Pretty much.
These folk know me now.
Mm-hmm.
That's not good. What am I doing? So when I got out in 19, they offered me this program called Drug Court. And before, they wouldn't let heroin addicts into this program because they said it was just too high risk. But now because now the opiate epidemic is a real thing. You know what I mean? Before, they didn't care because, especially in Atlanta, they didn't care about the opiates because it was in the Bluff. It was on the west side. It was in the black community. They didn't care. But when that heroin and them Oxycontins and Roxys and all that stuff started hitting Cobb County and Gainesville and started hitting all these suburb communities where these white kids are ODing and dying now, that's when it became an epidemic. You know what I mean? And they really started trying to do something. And they offered me this program, and I'm like, all right, bet. Because they was going to send me back to prison because I forgot. I went to prison on another county, but Fulton County, I had an open case, and they didn't want to handle it while I was in prison. They was like dragging me on it. So I was like, oh, all right. So I finished my sentence, and I had to come back to Fulton County to answer for this other charge. I'm like, damn, why y'all couldn't come get me? And we just handle this, you know what I mean? But they had a plan already, you know what I mean? So when I got back to county, they offered me drug court. They was like, you take drug court, you can back to prison for a year. And I was like, tired, bro. Go back. I don't want to go back. I want to go home, you know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
So I took drug court, bro, and got out, put me in the program, and I did good at first. Then I met this chick, and I had my daughter, and that was out the blue accident. Did not want that to happen. But it caused another thing because now, I'm dealing with my mental health. You know what I mean? I'm taking my medicine, I'm doing therapy, I'm doing this program, and then I meet this girl and she get pregnant. She go off and relapse while she's pregnant. You know what I mean? So like my daughter was born 3 months premature with heroin, meth.
Shit.
She had 5 drugs in her system when she was born. My baby was little, baby. My daughter was, size of my hand, and it was during the pandemic. And the moms pushed her out and dipped, left her in the hospital. You know what I'm saying? Didn't put me on a birth certificate. None of that. So when I found out, Bro, it was a fight. I had to prove to these people that this was my daughter. They wouldn't let me see. I didn't see my daughter for the first 2.5 months of her life. I didn't see her, didn't touch her. She never, none of that. She never met anybody that was family. And finally, we got through all the red tape because DFAX is involved now. And even though I'm not the one who did anything wrong, I got to go through it now. And I got to, she's a ward of the state, and I got to fight for my daughter. And on paper, I look like the worst person possible to be trying to get custody of a kid. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I had that, boom, hit me. So thankfully, my Aunt Jill, my saving grace, my rock, she decided to step up and be her foster caregiver while I went through what DFAX wanted me to go through to get full custody. I had to do parenting classes, I had to do all kinds of counseling, anger management, I had to do all this wild stuff. But at the same time, I'm addressing my mental health that I never addressed before. But it's also getting worse.
What you mean, bro?
It's getting worse.
Yeah, how you?
Now, at this
I'm gonna
point,
keep it real with y'all, bro.
at this point, you
Right
still messing
now,
with that boy?
So right now in this situation, like right now, since 2020, my mental health has consistently decreased. It's getting worse. It's not getting better. I don't know why. Hell, in my opinion, I think a lot of it has to do with when I started on, when you go through therapy and it's trauma therapy and they do this stuff and they start putting this medicine in you and you start talking about things that you ain't never talked about before. Shit you done blocked out since you was a kid, bro. Like stuff that in your mind was just a story. It was it was imaginary. It never really happened. You know what I mean? And then they start to dig and poke and prod and pull and open up stuff, bro. And then sometimes you really ready for that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like you're not prepared for the things that come up. And that's what happened, bro. Like it was.
You don't see that as a relief though? Like to kind of get that out.
Relief. I wish that honestly, bro. Some of the things that I started to remember and some of the stuff that I had to deal with trauma wise, I wish it would stay where it was at, bro. Because now I look at people that I put on, people that I had up in this pedestal for so long. I look at them so. Now I got issues with. You know what I'm saying? Now I got issues with my family. Now I got issues with people that I two of them I can't never figure out. Two of them I get no answer. My brother and my mama I get no answers from. They both gone. Lost my mom when I was 14. CJ died in 2007. You know what I'm saying? Rest in peace to the dead. But me and my brother, bro, we got a lot of unresolved issues. I love my brother, but I got issues with my brother. You know what I mean? And it's one of them things that went unswept, unchecked, and untalked about for a long time. And as a kid, you don't know no better. You don't know no better. And as family and mothers and fathers, you got images. It's about image, bro. It's about what your family thinks. It's about what they see. They can't see that.
So let me ask you
this.
We
was already under a scope, especially my family, bro. My mom white, my dad black. My mom family racist. They hated the fact that my mama married my daddy. You know what I'm saying? So we had to deal with it. Yeah. So it was always an image my family had to keep in order to make it look like we was okay. You know what I mean? But it was a lot going on, bro, and I blocked a lot of it out, especially when we moved to Germany, because like Germany was a fresh start for me. Ain't know nobody. CJ was graduating. CJ graduated the first year. CJ graduated in what? 2000. I mean, and CJ didn't really set no roots in Heidelberg. I wasn't CJ little brother. You know what I'm saying? I was Zack. You know what I mean? I didn't have to deal with that. I made my own thing there. So yeah, when my kid came, when Mia came, I was not. I know what I was gonna do, but it was different because I knew, bro, I wasn't on the birth certificate. I could have walked away from that situation clean. If it would have been Zack 2012 to 2017, I'd have left that kid in that hospital and not looked back, not felt bad about it.
So when you say that, bro, and I commend you, you know what I'm saying? OG right there, Rod, we all about the kids, but Rod, he'll fight you about the kids, bro. Like the thing is, man, you say like you still going through some mental health things, man.
Yeah.
right? But also in the same breath, and how I'm hearing it, and you check me on it. You got a why with your daughter Mia, right?
Yeah.
So like
So
is that, and Rob mentioned it earlier about the purpose, right? Is that the purpose now that you have, man, to kind of keep you like your mind right?
like straight up, to be 100% honest, yeah, if it wasn't for that little girl, bro, I'd give up. Because this shit tiring, man. It's not, bro. Like let's see, let's see, it's 2025, 2023, bro. I had 5 years clean sober, right?
Shout out.
I got into a serious relationship. I knew my mental health was not good because I didn't stop taking my medicine. Like when it comes to mental health, bro, that's the issue. Is so you get on your meds, you start to feel good, everything. You start to feel regular, you start to feel normal, and then you convince yourself you don't need the medicine no more. You know what I mean? So then you might stop taking 1 or 2, or you might stop taking it all at once. And it might take a while, but then the manic episode starts. You're either gonna go high or you're gonna go low. Especially with me, bro. I'm bipolar 1. I got BPD. I got BPD. I got depression, anxiety, PTSD. You know what I'm saying? I sleep 4 hours a day, bro. Maybe on a good night, I get 4. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
On a bad month, man, I might sleep 1 hour a week, bro.
Right.
And it's not because like I'm not tired or none of that. It's because
The
I hate
mind
to
is
say it like this,
racing.
but I'm
Your
dealing
mind
with
racing,
multiple
right?
people going on. I got multiple things going on, and they fighting with each other left and right every day,
Yeah.
all day.
Yeah.
They don't want. It's like they don't want to agree on nothing. You know what I'm saying? And I had to. That's why I say like I had to separate the two in order to stay sane, bro. I had to. You know what I'm saying? Because it was constant inner battle all the time. So I would have to switch back and forth.
Yeah. So what
You
you
know
got,
Like when
that.
I
Rob?
relapsed in 2023, bro. I was in a serious relationship. This woman was helping me raise my daughter. My daughter was calling her mama. We moved into her house, and I warned this. I knew it was gonna be bad, and I told her, like, listen, you don't want to, like, we need to slow down. She didn't want to hear it. And she done fell in love. She fell in love with my daughter. It was like I was cutting grass on Saturdays. It was crazy. Family, I was normal life stuff. You know what I mean? And this is what I was striving for so long, to just be normal, right? I put all this stuff in. I finally got it, and bro, I was going crazy. I was miserable, so miserable. I couldn't stand it, bro, because I wasn't in check up here. Like this, I wasn't on my meds no more. I've been hiding the fact that what had happened with the men. Nobody knew I wasn't taking my meds. Everybody thought I was good, bro. So I was going crazy, and I had to hide it. So I flipped, and she wouldn't let me leave. Not gonna say she wouldn't let me leave. You can leave when you want, but she just didn't want to give up. You know what I mean? And my cycle thinking, I'm like, okay, I know how to get somebody to leave me. You think you can handle me? Okay, man. You think you're gonna stick thick and thin? Okay, I'm gonna show you the nasty side real quick. Let's get nasty. And I relapsed, bro, and I went ham for 6 months, bro. Not even 6 months, 4 months. I relapsed, and I relapsed hard. But thankfully, I didn't relapse on opiates, because when I was doing heroin, bro, it was heroin. Now it's this fentanyl stuff. It's killing people. So when I relapsed, bro, I was so scared of fentanyl, because I done lost so many people to fentanyl, bro. I done lost so many of my old people that I ran with, bro. That's how Kelly died. You know what I mean? Like, and when she died, and I skipped that. I hate to talk about it.
Take your
That
time,
was
bro.
really my huge, like,
Yeah.
that's when the anger took over.
Now, and Kelly was
when
the
Kelly
BM.
died, bro. Kelly, when Kelly was, bro, that was my baby, bro.
Yeah, take your time, bro. Take your time, bro.
That was my baby, bro. And she was in prison, and I got out before her. And, I got clean, bro. I got my apartment. Yeah, I had Mia, but she was cool with it, because she couldn't have babies no more. And I had money on the phone. I was putting money on the books. And like in my mind, like when Kelly got out, she was gonna stay clean, bro, and she was gonna help me raise this baby. You know what I'm saying? She was gonna be Mia's mom, bro. It was gonna be perfect. I had been working towards that. You know what I mean? Like, I was busting my ass, bro.
Yeah, take your time, bro. Take your time and breathe, bro.
but she ended up having to stay in there a lot longer than me. I got lonely, bro. I met this woman, and this woman, bro, out my league 100%. I don't know why this woman came at me.
Hey man, people walk in your life for a reason, bro.
No, this woman was evil. I mean, at the end of the day, I found out, but at the time, bro, she was beautiful, smart. She had money, bro. I mean, it made no sense why this woman was pursuing me. She pursued me so hard, bro. She lived in California. This woman, for the whole summer, bro, she drove across the country 3 times. Boom, 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 just to come see me. Brought her kids, like, man, I mean, it was crazy, bro. Met my grandma, went up to my grandparents' farm in Indiana. I was gonna marry this woman. She had me wide open, but she didn't like the fact that me and Kelly was still talking. And I kept it 100 with her about who Kelly was, and I kept it real with Kelly about meeting her. But I wasn't like, nah, Kelly, bro, I'm putting money on her books, and if she called me, I'm gonna pick up the phone every time.
Yeah.
And Cherish got real uncomfortable with it. She didn't like it.
Like jealous type.
She gave me an ultimatum.
Yeah.
Stop talking to Kelly or I'm gonna leave you. My nose was so wide open, and I was like, all right. So I cut Kelly off. You know what I mean? And that shit broke Kelly's heart. And when she got out, bro, I still got a message in my phone right now. She got out. She messaged me. Fuck. And I explained it to her, and she was like, you know what I mean? All that aside, you know how it is with me, and we don't abandon each other, and you abandon me. It's the last thing she said to me, bro. She died 6 days later.
Man.
Yeah,
You a
man.
spiritual person at all, Zach?
Yeah, man. But right now, you know.
Well, Zach, before you say that, bro, that's why I say, man, people come in your life for all reasons, bro. Sometimes bad things happen, bro. This is me. You know what I'm saying? Some like some real fucked up shit can't happen and will. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Those things make you stronger, bro. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like you
you
got
know-
out, bro, 5 years sober. Yes, you hit a wall. But the last time I checked, what you what 2 years now? 1 year.
See, this how it rocks. See, this
You
how
see what I'm
wild it
saying?
is.
But at the
So
same
it's like
time,
this,
yo,
bro. Like, it's
you
like,
got to that point though. You see what I'm saying? You got to that
Yeah.
point. You could have just fell off the wagon and just stayed off that mug. You see what I'm saying? So I understand like that, man. The stories that you telling us, bro. Like, and you said it, you're gonna get heavy with us, and I just appreciate that. You know what I'm saying? Being vulnerable, but at the same time, bro, like, you know, listen to like see the things that happened in your past, and you had a lot of unchecked shit. Yeah, for sure. But understand where you at now, bro. You still here. And then you just said you found a purpose, right? With that little girl. So
Yeah.
you kind of, you know what I'm saying? You gotta kind of keep that perspective too. And I ain't finna say that shit finna be easy, bro. We talked about this before we went live. And this shit is easy, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? So I that's me. You know what I'm saying? Like I hear what you're saying. I just disagree with you in that point when you say like, well, people in your life for a reason they evil. Man, she could have been that person you talking about, but they were there in that reason in that time, bro, for you to see something, for you to go through something.
And you know what?
And you feeling some pain right now, and that's I'm not finna
Well,
say
that's
it's
crazy.
cool, but I
It's
just want you to
crazy you said
understand
that,
though,
though.
you can get through it though.
Well, let me ask you
Crazy you
this.
said that though, because
Go ahead, DC. Hold on, go ahead.
No, go. Wait, what you guys at? No, what
I
you
was
gonna
gonna say
say?
it's crazy you said that because when it come to her, yeah, bro, I got a lot of, you know what I'm saying. But I will say this: that woman, even though you're right, because she dropped some dimes in my life, and honestly, she really just exited out my life. Even though me and her don't have a lot of issues since then, when I relapsed and I thought I didn't have nowhere to go, or me and Mia had nowhere to go, she the one who reached out, bro. She the one who flew across the country, picked up my daughter, flew her back to California, and then a week later, I flew to California and went back to the street. And she watched my daughter for like 7 months, but she had alternative motive, and it ended up turning out ugly. But at the time, like, you know, that chick been in my life still to this day. You know what I mean? Like I tried to forget, and move on, and we try to be friends. But at the end of the day, it was just too much hurt. And she dropped a lot of knowledge on me. I learned a lot from that girl. You know what I mean? I learned a lot from her. But now, like you say, you know, I never really put 2 and 2 together about my resentments towards her with the whole situation. You know what I mean? And how my anger got worse when I found out about Kelly. Like I flipped. That was the switch that's flipped lately. You know, because when I relapsed in 2023, boom, I went out to California. I was out in California for a year and 3 months. I was doing good, bro. In the gym, got big, swolled up. You know what I'm saying? But this is why I say like my mental health is the thing that right now with everything I got going on, like going back to school, my daughter coming back, moving back, my mental health is my main focus.
Yeah, it
because
should be.
I've seen because it just happened. It just happened in LA, bro. I went manic in LA. Went crazy, bro. I went a whole another. You know what I mean? I left LA on some, scorched earth stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like I pretty much I met and see this is my issue, bro. Like I'll be 100% honest. Women are my issue.
I was
You
gonna
know what I
say
mean?
that. That's what I'm
Yeah.
hearing.
Women my issue, bro.
Yeah.
And I hate that it's like that, and I know it, but that's my issue. And I'm out in LA. I'm doing good. And here I go. I meet this woman, bro. Right.
So,
And
so Zach, you say you meet this woman, Rod. So that's what you were saying. Like I know Rob was about to ask you that. So and Rod, I'll let you speak, but how I'm hearing it, Zach, and what Rod is saying, bro, you ain't taking time for yourself to get your shit in order, bro.
because I don't like being with
So
myself, bro. That's it.
Yeah.
Like that's what I'm saying. Like that's why it's like a double-edged sword for me, bro.
yeah.
Mhm.
So
I sit
Rod,
by myself.
hold on, Zach. So Rod, what you
Alright.
about to say, bro? Because I know he gonna drop a gem. This is what he do to all of us.
I don't know about, but yeah, that's what I'm hearing, man. Like sometimes it's the hardest place is to be when you're in silence. That's where you find out about yourself. And sometimes people, think they're going through things on their own. And we may not all be going through the same thing, but at the end of the day, everybody's going through something, right? We all have challenges, right? Like there's different things that you do to release. Like yours may be heroin. That was your thing to escape. Somebody else might be weed. Somebody else might be, pills. Somebody else may be pornography. Like there's different things that everybody uses to cope. But at the end of the day, that's where you find out about yourself is when you're in solitude, man. And, I'll say I struggle with it sometimes. I'm a positive individual. I think I'm pretty mentally strong, but at the end of the day, we all are human as well, man. Man, life will beat you up, bro. You're not alone though. You know what I mean? Like I think that's the thing I want you to make sure you understand is you never alone. Even when you by yourself, you never alone. You know what I mean? And I know DC had the question if you're a spiritual person, God don't always pull you out of stuff. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? That's true. I think we sometimes say, God's gonna take me out of it, but you know what I mean? He'll let you sit in that thing because part of it is getting closer to him. And I think we all fall short. You know what I mean? I don't think none of us are God Jr., so none of us are Jesus Jr., so we ain't, you know what I mean? We all fall short, but at the end of the day, man, try to take those moments and speak to him to calm those voices and calm those inner thoughts, because that's where you'll find peace and serenity, man, is when you can focus. And that's hard to do, bro. I'm not saying it's easy because I'm not saying I'm perfect and I can do it either. But that's what I'm hearing. Like you have a Eve issue. You know what I mean? Heroin wasn't the issue. Eve was the issue. The women, because it was a woman that first introduced you to that needle, and that spiraled into other things. And every time I hear a relapse, there's the connection. You know what I mean? So I just thought that was interesting. But that's it, bro.
Wow, that you say it like that because that's it literally like from therapy to psychiatrist. One thing everybody has agreed.
Mm-hmm.
And I chalk it up to, out of my family, bro, my mom was the one who was on my side. Even though she did some questionable things when I was a kid, and no matter what, I would never demonize her or take her off the pedestal. I put her.
Mm-hmm.
Love my mom. Love me. And out of everybody, she was the one that was my person. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So losing her, you know, and I got stuck. I don't know, say stuck. I love my dad. You know, we got a very complicated relationship. I love my daddy, but I didn't know him. He was a stranger. My brother, you know, so in my mind, I was angry. Like, bro, you left me with these.
Yeah.
You left me
Yeah.
with this. You know what I'm saying? So I always searched, and I realized it. You know, I always had to find comfort in a woman, bro. I needed it. You know what I mean? And especially when I met my baby, like you said, my baby mama, bro, she was the first for a lot of things. She was my first real love,
Mm-hmm.
all those things. And it just always like I needed it. But then when I found Kelly, bro, that's what I hate that it happened when it happened. But I love the fact that it happened. It's one of those things where it's like, God, why couldn't I have met her before we both went through all of this? Kelly, bro, when I talk about baby girl survived a lot from the age of 4 to when she passed. Toughest woman I ever met in my life. Why couldn't we? You know, because she was my person, and I met her for a reason. She saved my life multiple times, and like you say, you meet people for a reason.
Yeah, bro.
But like, I hate the fact of like being alone mentally. It's not scary. Like I don't like doing it. See, this is the issue. This is why I say like when you deal with mental health and when you, especially like bringing it to the forefront, like people have to realize like there's no cure for what I got. It's a chemical imbalance. It ain't something like where I know like people. I tell people like this: if I didn't have strong will, if I didn't have a strong mind, I'm telling you like this: anybody who had any kind of weak mind and been through what I've been through, you murked yourself a long time. You gave up a long time ago. And I never give up. I can't give up because for some reason in my mind, like there's a purpose, there's a reason I'm alive, bro. There's a reason I haven't died yet. There's a reason I am still here. There's a reason I'm still kicking. There's a reason I haven't went crazy and blown my brain up. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's a reason for all this. I ain't going through all this suffering, pain, and all of this that I have been able to, I ain't going through this for nothing. So if I don't, the reason I say like being alone scares me is because when I start to get in there and start to like crazy stuff,
Yeah.
that's how my relapses work. That's how my manic
Yeah.
episodes happen. I start to
So
indulge
I
in the
think
old stuff and like glorify it, and part of
yeah.
me wants that, and part of me like I be fighting with each other. You know
yeah.
what I mean? And
So
sometimes
Well,
I can control it and reel it back in. Sometimes it takes a long time. I get super quiet. I get down, real down for a long time. Get off social media. I might disappear for a couple months and have to recheck myself. You know what I mean? Or I might buy into it, lean into it, and fly off the handle.
yeah.
You know what I mean?
I think
so
that
what you about to say, DC?
you know, I hear all y'all, man. And the reason I asked about spirituality is because I do think it's very important, man. I do believe that God can carry you through anything, but at the same time, faith without action is dead. You know what I'm saying? So I'm
Facts.
not gonna sit here and say that you could just pray away your problems and you wake up, it goes away. You know what I'm saying?
I'm
It's
glad
not
you
that
said that.
simple.
I'm
It's
glad
it's
you said
clearly
that. You
not
got
that simple.
some people think that, oh, just,
Yeah,
that's how my dad is. Just open the Bible, read the Bible, all your problems go away. How?
no, it's not
Give
that
me an
simple.
answer.
It's not. But at the same time, I'll say that, I personally think that spending too much time alone can be a dangerous thing. You know what I'm saying? We talk a lot on this pod about your network being your net worth. And that
Facts.
that that also applies to mental health. I just think that it's important to surround yourself around positive people. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? And to Rod and everybody's point, yeah, having the wrong woman in your life will lead to your destruction. But then having the right woman in your life, you know what I'm saying, can help you prosper. You know
Yeah,
what I mean?
that's the like I wholeheartedly believe that. Some people always ask me like, people always say, can't make nobody else happy. You can't love nobody till you love yourself. Can't make
Facts.
nobody else happy till you're happy. But then I wholeheartedly believe, bro, there are certain versions of people. There's certain groups of us, bro, that connection, that partner, that person, you know what I'm saying, that light, you know what I mean? In my mind, like some of us need that no matter what. I don't care how much we love ourselves or we don't love ourselves or what we've been through. You just have to have it because without it, you don't. It's like a lighthouse fall. You have that. If you don't have that light, you know what I mean. It is there, and a lot of people like my daughter is that light. You know what I mean, my
Mm-hmm.
daughter,
There it is.
my daughter is the reason. No matter what I'm going through, no matter how depressed I feel, no matter how bad I feel, bro. I just went through one. This last 3 weeks, bro, crazy man. The fact that I've been able to talk to you, Gizmo, and get all this set up and deal with this
Yeah.
has been like wow for me because I've been dealing with a lot last week. But she's my reason, you know. I'm like, I love her, but then
Yeah.
there's still this part of me, bro. That match that I need for somebody to just when I'm going through that, because no matter somebody just got to be there, you know what I mean?
All day,
And,
bro.
and it's one of the things like, do I try too much? Do I love too long? Do I hold on to stuff too long? Yeah, that'd be my issue. I don't want to let people go. I lost so much.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
But when you lose something,
One of my best
man.
friends got tased to death in front of me. You know what I mean? It's just like,
Shit.
I mean, when
you know,
you
I
gotta
don't.
look at it like this, though, Zach, man. When you lose something, bro, like you say, you don't want to lose stuff. You want to try to hold on to. Sometimes you gotta lose some shit to gain some shit, bro. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah,
And like you said it like 5 times, man, and I commend you for it, bro. Your daughter, you got your why, bro. You got your purpose.
yeah.
You
That
got
my
your reason, bro.
that's
You
like,
locked
look,
in, right? You locked in, right?
yeah,
And so, yeah, you can find somebody like. But you can't just and you talked about your moms, bro. Like that was your rock, bro. And Rod already hit on it, but we seeing you trying to fill them voids, bro. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
And so like make sure you as you look and you grow, you know what I'm saying? You gotta find somebody who kind of say, hey man, like we in it to build and we ain't in it to destroy. You know what I'm saying?
you know,
Ain't
I
ain't
definitely,
ain't none of us perfect, bro. We done had a conversation last week about could we tell the truth to our wives 100%? The answer is no. But at the end of the day, though, like that's our rock. You know what I'm saying? Like we gotta
yeah,
hear. You gotta have somebody who gonna tell you you ain't that deal sometime, bro. But
yeah. Tell you about
they
yourself.
telling you from some real shit, y'all, from the heart. They ain't telling it just to be confrontational. And then they gonna say, "Hey, bro, you falling off. We gotta pick it back up." To DC point, that network's your network, bro. We us three from this pod, we have those conversations. All right. We check in from time to time. You know what I'm saying? Like, and so I hope that you do have a network or you're growing a network like that. Even if it's just the fellas, like, yo, we gotta have some real shit conversation. We ain't finna just talk about Kendrick Lamar and Drake. Really also gotta have some other kind of some conversations, bro. How we building each other. So
Yeah,
like I hope that's in your network, man, that you can find, bro.
Yeah, and I'll say this, bro. Everybody cannot be everything. You know what I'm saying? So, like, what I
Yeah.
mean is, in my experience, and look for a woman, a mate, because it sounds like that's what you're looking for, a mate, somebody that can walk this journey with you. And we all want that. You know what I'm saying? I want that. But at the same time, I understand that my mate can never be 100%. You know what I'm saying? Like
yeah,
like my wife can never provide 100%. At most 80, and that's best. You know what I'm saying? 80%. So I'm a big proponent of the 80-20 principle. If you ever heard, basically, one person can only give you 80% of what you need. You got to get that other 20 somewhere else. You know what I'm saying? That goes with the homies too. It's almost like this is to kind of make it this is something light that we can all relate to. But on social media, what I'm saying, on Instagram, you see something funny or something, you might send it to somebody, right? I might send something to T and Rod that I know they're gonna relate to, they're gonna rock with it. But I got another homie Boyd, I send him completely different stuff because we in a different kind of headspace where our friendship is on a different level and so on. And so there's some stuff I said to my wife that I would never send to somebody else. You know what I'm saying? And that's kind of that network. And of course, obviously, this is heavier than that. But I was just bringing that as an example of something that we could probably all we done probably all did. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like you probably got certain messages you send to certain people and whatnot. And I think that's the biggest thing, man, is just try to build that network. And honestly, I always say put God first, because a lot of things, man, God will put things in your life, and it's not always good things. People seem to say like, oh, God will never, forsake you or whatever it might be. But man, there's Job. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if y'all know the story of Job,
Yeah,
but
Book of Job,
he
bro.
took everything from Job
Hey,
just to
and
see if he would still love him. You know what I'm saying?
that's
Yeah.
exactly
All
why I
10.
said
All 10.
God doesn't always pull you out of it.
Yeah.
That's exactly what I was saying. Like, yo,
I see, like,
sometimes you got to sit in that thing and
you got to stew.
learn.
Sometimes you got to
Yeah,
stew and learn the
You got
lesson.
marinate, bro. It's like a
yeah.
good dish, bro. Unfortunately, the oven get hot, but you marinating, G. I'm just
And
trying to,
that's why I tell people. That's why I say it like this, bro. Like, everybody's story is unique. Everybody's life
facts.
is different. Everybody got a struggle. Ain't nobody different. My story ain't no worse than the next person. I might have went through some horrific things than the next person, but ain't no telling how what they went through affected them and what I went through affected me. But he gives you a choice. I don't have many choices
Yeah.
Yeah.
in life.
And you
Many
got
choices
that,
where
but
I
you got that
didn't have
chance
to be.
again too.
I didn't have to be. I didn't have to do that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
but something, a lesson needed to be learned or something time needed to be took.
Oh yeah, bro.
I'm a big
Man,
believer. I believe in a higher power 100%. It took me a long time to go back to that. Because for a long time, I was mad. Fuck faith, fuck God. It was all that.
yeah.
It was all that for me for a long time.
Mm-hmm.
Then something happened. I knew it was bigger than me. I didn't know what. I didn't know how to explain it, but it was bigger than me. And then this last relapse, and then when I went out to California, man, the recovery community in California is leaps and bounds ahead of the rest of the world. When I say how they address mental health, how they look at addiction, how they treat people in addiction, and it's crazy. I went out there and I learned a lot about myself, tools. I learned a lot. You know what I mean? It was a good experience. But then, like you say, I get twitchy. I get lonely. I
Go
don't
back
know
to that
what it
toolbox
is,
though,
bro.
bro. Gotta go back to
I
that
don't know what
toolbox.
it is, and then I seek out something, and I always find the most beautiful, broken, toxic thing in the world. And it's like, I love them. Because guess what? They understand how broken I am,
Yeah.
and I understand how broken they are, bro. That's why I really I got to really work on the issue with my relationships, because I see beauty in some of the most messed up things. You know what
Yeah,
I'm saying?
that's fair,
Man,
bro.
man,
From the
quick
outside
question,
looking
Zach.
in, people be like,
Uh,
"What, Zach? That's who you dating?" I'm like, "Yo, bro, yeah." And I see her, bro, exactly what she is, bro. And I like right now, bro. I am in probably the most toxic, most complicated situation I've ever been in, woman wise, in my life. Because it's not just one; it's two. You know what I'm saying? I'm like madly in love with both of these women. You
You
know what I
gotta
mean?
slow down,
And
bro.
one is this extreme, and the other one is this extreme. Now, if I could put both of them in one woman, bro, I'm good.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah.
Uh,
Quick question.
it's
Quick,
one of
quick.
them things where and then I'm in this situation now to where okay, but I'm good because now I'm back home. I got my kid. I'm working, going back to school, doing my thing, and my family is really in the know about my mental health. I ain't never
So
really let them in on this.
yeah,
I
man.
think that's been the difference this time, is because now they can see the signs, they can understand, like, okay, you know what I mean? They can be there and try to learn what's going on instead of me just having to fake it all the time.
For sure, bro. But
You
DC,
know what I'm
what you about
saying?
to ask, bro?
So, quick question, man. Just listening to everything makes me think about something you said earlier, kind of, in and out of incarceration and whatnot. And once upon a time, we had a conversation on the pod about the state and how, the penal system is really kind of designed to keep you in instead of actually helping. you kind of mentioned you had to go through different programs and whatnot. How do you feel, or what are your thoughts on the state's role in how things have progressed with you? Whether they
Listen,
helped or hurt, or if it was just neutral.
it's both. It's this thing like this state took too long to really address the issue. It's punishment. Before, addicts were punished. I'm an addict. I ain't
Yeah.
no drug dealer. You know what I'm saying? I'm not out here on the block shooting up the block, fighting over a drug turf, all this crap. I'm out here gang banging, killing. You know what I mean? I'm an addict. I have an issue. I like to get high. I go to work and spend my own money killing myself. I ruin my life with my own money. Now, at a point in time, I was a criminal and I used to do some messed up things. And with that, with addiction comes that if you become an addict like that, you're going to become a criminal.
Mm.
One way or another, you're going to get there. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? So the reason you end up getting there is because they punish you. You know what I mean? And instead of trying to help or fix the problem, or when I got locked up for them burglaries, I got locked up for a bunch of burglaries. I ain't killed nobody, raped nobody, I ain't hurt nobody. Them folks
Yeah.
got home insurance. They got more money back on the goddamn insurance than they did what I took. But I got an issue. But y'all punished me instead of trying to help. That's cool. I did what I did. Of course, I broke the law, but y'all could have tried to address the underlying issue. They didn't see, and then when they started to understand that the damage been done since the 80s and 90s, bro, with crack.
Yeah.
And when Bill Clinton and all them put in '94 with the mandatory minimums, and you started to crackheads was getting 20 years, and people getting caught with keys was getting 5 years.
Mm-hmm.
And then you was doing mandatory minimums, and people was getting 10-year sentences on a gram of crack, and they had to go do that for day. You know what I mean? And you done flooded the system now, and what do you get from that? You get all of the outcomes of that. You know what I mean? And with that, the system is rigged for us. Like that's what I said. Me taking them 20 years on paper, they wanted me to take that. Because guess what? Now I ain't free. They can folks send me back to prison for a speeding ticket if they really wanted to.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Any interaction with the law is technically a violation. So it's a revolving door. That's how they make their money off of you. That's how they get paid off you. They don't want you to get better. They want you to come back. Even with rehab, even with detoxes, they don't want you to get clean. Because if you get clean and you stay clean, you don't got to come back. You're not a return customer.
Damn.
You got to come back. This stuff is like this. It's called body brokering. They doing this. This is how they getting rich off of it. This is how these detoxes and these people, they getting rich off of this stuff, bro. They don't want us to get clean. They don't want us to get better. That's why they so mad about fentanyl, because fentanyl is killing us. Fentanyl killing these folks. They're not coming back. Calm down. Y'all killing everybody. How we gonna make money if y'all keep killing them?
So earlier you
That's the
said
whole
both.
point of it,
So what would you say the other side
You get
is?
stuck in that. If you get stuck in that cycle, oh boy,
Yeah.
it's hard. It's hard to get out of that
Okay.
cycle, bro.
So
Yeah.
to DC point, he said, okay, that's I guess you would say the bad side. So what was the positive side?
The positive side, if you really really like put in the work. Like when I first got, when I was 19, I was putting in the work. When I had my kid, bro, I put in work, and through that, I got a free apartment. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? The apartment was scot-free, but I didn't have to pay rent or any utility bills for a whole year through a program I found through drug court.
Okay.
Now, granted, I'm in the hood, but it was free.
Yeah.
Me and had somewhere to go.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I had a roof over our head. I was able to work. A lot of good things came out of that, bro. I mean, just like even now, shit, I just got to go to California. But I ain't never been to California before in my life. I just went out there scot-free off my insurance from Amazon. Didn't have to pay for nothing. Was able to work, save money, shit. Went out there and have fun. And I hate to say it like this, went out here and I met another out of love of my life. At my point, I love this woman, bro. Straight up, she down, like she a little throwed off, but she ain't ran
Bro,
from my
these
throw off
women,
yet.
bro. These women, bro.
Listen,
That's your
if you don't
kryptonite,
run
bro.
from my throw off,
That's your
you
kryptonite.
already way high. If you don't run away from my crazy, like if you peep my crazy and see it come out, and that don't make you go run for the hills,
Yeah.
then I'm gonna be like, okay, something. my woman or friend, long-term friend, what? You cool because you're gonna stick around through the nasty. You know what I'm saying? And it's rare for me, bro. Like that's why I mess with Jonathan Williams the long way, bro. Cause bro seen the crazy on another level, and he done had my back. Jonathan Williams, few of them probably don't know Lewis Allen, all these boys, Chris, they been there still. You know, they didn't want Jason Wood. You know Jason Harvey? You probably know Jason.
Yeah.
But Jason Harvey, bro, I was just at his wedding. You know what I mean? Like,
so that's what DC saying, bro. That network, those people who
yeah,
are
and
trying to
them
hold
the
you
reason.
down and
Them,
keep
honestly,
you
them the
that right
reason. Them
direction.
boys are the reason. This is gonna sound so dark. Them the reason I have not killed myself, bro. If it ain't been for them, John saved my life. Jason saved my life, and they don't know it. Because
They
if it
know it
wouldn't
now,
have been
man.
for
They
them
know it
not
now,
giving up
bro.
on me,
Bro,
for them
they listen
jumping,
to the show, bro. John listens to the show, so he know now.
you know. But I'm saying,
But you
John
can pick
know.
up the phone and
John
tell them
know.
no.
My boy Jay know, and I
Yeah,
like that's my
they know
dog. You know
now.
what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And they, but at the end of the day, without them,
Mm-hmm.
when the times when they didn't abandon me, and when I was real bad, and just I needed somebody to just say to remind me, like, bro, you loved. It would be, you know, it was
Yeah,
them, bro.
man.
Jason, John, you know what I'm saying? Christian Helper. These cats saved my life, bro, many a times just off of me wanting to commit suicide and then just needing somebody. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
So
no
I
doubt.
have a network, but
You gotta
I'm
continue to
always,
tap in on that network,
yeah,
bro.
you
I can
know,
hear it
that's
in
my,
your voice. You ain't tapping in, bro. You gotta tap in on
that's
that
my
network.
biggest issue, bro. I
So,
disappear a lot.
so I'm gonna say this, bro. You already know. You tracked me down. You got my number. You know what
Yeah,
it is. So there's a couple other people like you just spoke on, bro. I know you got their number. And so,
yeah.
man, don't be afraid to tap in, bro. You know what it is. Like before we wrap this up, man. What I got a question for you. Just real serious question, bro. Like someone that's feeling the way you feel, bro, who may want to stop fighting, bro. Like, what advice would you give that individual, bro?
Grass ain't always green on the other side. It's one of them things, bro. I hate to say because that's such a hard thing to say, bro. Because people's pain is so much different. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? And people's reasons are all over the place. I think I would have to say, like, you'll find it. You know what I mean? Whatever that purpose is, whatever that want or need, you'll eventually find it. I'm witnessing. I'm still. That's like I said. I'm looking for it. I'm never gonna stop looking for it. You know what I mean? Because then what's the point of all of it? It was a waste. I went through all that for no reason. You know what I mean? And I can't live with. I can't. In my mind, I can't be satisfied. Like if it all ended today and it was this was the end of the story, I'd be highly upset. Because then I'd be like, well, what was the moment of it?
Yeah.
So
What's the
every
point?
day, like I tell you, remember I told you I got like every day I go to sleep, I wake up, I'm like 16 again. I mean, that's serious, bro. Every day I wake up, bro, I feel like it's like my eyes are open and I'm like, I have to remember, like, 38 years old, bro. I got a 4-year-old kid over here. I got to take to school. I got to do her hair. I got to get her ready. You know, it takes me a minute to like, I don't know what happens. It's like every time I go to sleep or when I do sleep, it's like when my eyes come open, I'm automatically like on some kid stuff. You know? What's the first dumb thing I could do? Then I have to reset, start over, and realize like it's just there's reason. That's the only. I would just say like you got a reason, bro.
Yeah, no
Everybody got a
doubt.
reason. You know, like a friend of mine. You know, this sad. You know, a girl I know, she just committed suicide 3 weeks ago. She's young, bro. Over a boy. You know what I mean? So it's like she's 21. Baby, you ain't lived yet. You know, so I think you just gotta remember, like it's always gonna be more.
For sure.
Always gonna be more.
Yeah, man. So before we go, man, you know the big homie Rod. Like I said, he already done dropped you some jewels, told you about yourself. But he gonna leave us with some words of encouragement, man, for the pod, bro. That's something he always do, man. So, Rod, bro, this you, bro.
The struggle you're in today is developing the strength you'll need tomorrow.
Yeah,
Okay,
man.
right there.
Yeah, Zach, and I'll say, bro, I
I'm proud of you,
appreciate
bro.
you. Hold up, I
Yeah.
appreciate you coming on, man, and
Mhm.
I
Y'all let me
appreciate you
know,
sharing
bro.
your story and your testimony, bro. Because hopefully there's somebody out there that's listening that can really take something away from this story. You know what I mean? Like, I will say that I don't believe anybody's journey is in vain, even if you haven't quite found the purpose or the why yet, because it sounds like, still working on that, and we all
Yeah,
are in a
yeah,
way.
yeah.
But I'll just say, man, keep going, and you'll believe it or not, you are an inspiration to somebody. You know what I'm saying? Somewhere. So there's God in you. You know what I'm saying? I'm a firm believer,
Big facts.
and there's always God in you. Of course, you always have but the thing about God is He gives us the freedom to make choices. You know what I'm saying? And so from tomorrow is gonna be the first day, the rest of your life. You know what I'm saying? But seriously, I appreciate you coming on. I appreciate you just being just open with us, bro. Like
Yeah,
you dove deep, dog. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying?
yeah,
So
man.
He told me, he's like, bro,
um,
I'm gonna be in here, this shit gonna get heavy. And I said, all right, man, if you good with it, like we be good with
Yeah,
it, bro.
man.
And we gonna
yeah.
tell you our side of it too, man. But bro, I'm proud of you, bro. Like you went 5 years, yes, you fell down, man, but you got back up. See, that's the
Yeah,
main thing.
yeah.
Right there, bro. Your ass
Go.
fell down, but you got back up, bro. And so let's stay up, bro. Like, shout out
Always.
Jason, shout out Jonathan, bro, because I know them dudes, man. But and you got my number too, bro. Like, stay tapped in, man, with your network.
Yeah.
That's the only thing I'm gonna tell you from this, bro. Stay tapped in with your network, bro. And
Yes,
stay away
sir.
from all the damn Eves in that garden, bro.
I love him. I love him, bro.
Yeah. That's
Appreciate y'all
anything.
boys having me on, man. I really enjoyed it.
Yeah, bro. We
So
enjoyed it, bro, man. And one last thing, because fun fact about this dude, bro. Whatever this is, bro. Like, and I told you this before, bro. Go get a deal at Puma. I'm so sick of all the Puma. That's just the small amount of shit you have. I
Half
seen
of
your
it, bro.
pages, bro. Like, go get a deal with Puma, bro. Puma, if y'all listening, bro, sign this man right now, man.
Holla
Let
at
him
me,
be a
you know
shoe
what I'm
model or
saying?
something, bro. Like, I'm so sick of seeing all the Puma shoes, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, get a deal with Puma, bro. Like, you got
They
a
need to
story,
come
bro.
on, man.
Tell them holla at you, bro. I'm putting it
Yeah,
on here on wax, man. But
I love them. You know, that's I get a brand, bro, and I stick with it. I'm loyal to it.
yeah, bro, you loyal, bro. You were loyal to the soil, bro. Like
Yeah.
Puma, holla at that man, cause God dog, bro. If y'all see his TikTok, bro, or his Instagram, bro, like it's like I mean,
Yeah.
I don't know, man. Maybe we can holla at Chris. He might know somebody in marketing on that side of Puma, man. We
Yeah,
don't
tell
know.
them
Who
holla at them.
know?
Come holla at me. I'll put them on, man.
For sure, man. But man, again, man, bro, keep your head, bro. For real, man. Like stay locked in, bro. We here. You already know. I know you've been following the show, and we appreciate you with all
Yeah,
of that,
man.
bro. And like you said, like DC said, your story is gonna be heard, bro. Just like you heard, our sis Alcine, bro. Like everybody got a story, it's gonna resonate and hear somebody, man. Or sometimes you just want to shoot the shit with us too, bro, and
Yep.
disagree with DC. We always like to do
Wow.
that.
All right.
But y'all gonna stick together. Y'all team light skin though, so it's love.
Hey, you already know what it is, man. The hate come always, bro.
The hate come always. You see it, Zach, right? You saw me just
They
sitting here
always
minding my
gonna hate.
business, right?
We ain't even did nothing. They hate.
It's love, man. But man, appreciate it, man. Rod, DC, you already know what it is. As always, man, when Rod introduced himself with them 3 words, I like to end the show with 3 words, bro. Kill the music.